Most applications have consolidated upon a couple different designs. There's chat mode in Slack and Discord, there's Facebook or Twitter mode, as you see here, and there's also blog mode, which is Medium and journals. So here's the thing, is it'd be nice as a user if I could take all this information, kind of like an RSS feed, and have it be in my own theme. So that way it's easy for me to read. And right now we have the theme of apocalypse mode based off of the true events of 2020. But we can rotate through. So let's just see a standard black on white or a dark mode. Maybe we want to have some zest and color in our life. Looks nice, right? Or go full on retro wave, cyberpunk, futuristic look, right? It's up to you as the user to decide what's the most comfortable, easy thing for you to read. But the thing is, between these different formats of applications, right? Well, the blog mode, we kind of lose context, the social context. And that's where I'd like to introduce this idea of glass interface or transparent interfaces that says we can actually unify Instagram, Twitter, blogging, etc. across all these systems, because if that information is not displayed, we can create trigger zones, right? At the top and bottom of all of the content. And this works in mobile as well. It's very discoverable. That as I jump through the article, I can see, oh, this was actually originally posted to Instagram, and it's got 17 likes and 3 replies, and I could jump in and click reply here, and it would pull me straight over to Twitter. And my reply then might actually become a tweet that is used as a comment on a Reddit-like social network or Facebook. And then that comment might evolve into a full-blown article that I write. And we can embed all these different pieces back and forth. And the cool thing here is that in this type of decentralized overlay network of content and user interfaces, the actual badges here that show the social context of who wrote what, they are cryptographically signed. So this is cryptographic evidence that I was the one that posted this content. And that will do a lot to help battle and stop fake news, because just by hovering over any paragraph, we can see the source behind a particular idea and then traverse where it came from. So there are lots of different, designs that exist out there. There's lots of different websites, but the point is that we're able to unify a lot of them into a couple basic concepts, and that's what NeonUX is trying to do. Create a theme that's modular for users to decide how they want things to look, and then create components that are easy for application developers and others to build interoperable content across different types of applications that embed into each other. So how do we create some of that content? Well, here's a blank canvas, right? And this is what's called the meta editor, and can be embedded into the comments input of Twitter or Facebook, or be its own full-blown blog editor. In this case, this is the canvas we're going to paint upon, and it's pretty empty other than this button down here. Really, this works in mobile as well, and because I'm on laptop, I'm not going to use my mouse, I'm going to use my keyboard. So I can just hit Command to pull up the menu, and then I'm going to say, hey, I want to edit this blank canvas. I'm going to write a tweet. But I realize I've been a little bit inspired, and I want to okay, this is what I call synesthetic play. I might have started with just a tweet, but as I wrote more, the very editor itself evolved into a blog editor, into an article editor. But as I'm writing, I also get the play effect of creating music. And so I might get distracted, and rather than writing an article, I actually tweet out some beats where the text is gibberish, but it produces a song that I can click play. All right, so harmonic notes is not the most inspiring, but we're actually able to hook this up to machine learned models for orchestras, for piano, for any other type of instrument, as well as even retrowave, EDM or synthwave, and use the text as a seed to generate an AI-powered song, or use the text to generate a flat-out instrumental harmonic, just with different types of piano, guitar, etc. So suddenly, tweeting has turned into blogging, and blogging has turned into creating music. But it doesn't end there, right? That's actually just the beginning, which is this is a whole website editor. And because I have no clue what color you might be creating, we have this cool cyberpunk neon outline that shows you where you are in the website that you're editing. So I can come in and say, hey, I want to take the design and take the background of the main body, the main page, and make it black. And so it is done. Let's make this ugly right here. I'm going to make this red. And I can then come in and hit S to change the size, or I'm going to control it on the x-axis, and I'm going to shrink the size of that container. If you check some of my old work on Excelsior from a decade ago, you can actually see this is powering any type of website layout you could imagine, but I'm not going to show the demo there. So show the demo here. The point being is that how I wind up creating the content may not be how the user winds up reading the content. The user should have control over how they want to consume data. And that includes, yes, even how the feed itself gets pushed to them based off of the algorithms they decide. Is it time recent? Is it by closest proximity of friends? Is it some more complex algorithm that they install as a plugin? But all of these different types of content, or these pieces, or these applications, whether it be a blog in dark mode or color mode, or yes, even apocalypse mode, are reusable, they're interoperable, they're embeddable, and we don't lose the social context. So yes, even if I'm reading it as a blog, I still have the cryptographic signature of who posted this photo and how many likes they have, and my ability to jump between these different types of applications. So that's my vision for a future that unifies different types of applications and ideas into a really powerful, very diverse way of experiencing the web without violating our individual preferences, but still empowering people with more expression and more flat out, it looks gorgeous. And yes, please give me some of that cyberpunk future of neon green on a black background, or whatever it is that you prefer.